which you can sign up for it. It's easy to do. So if you do find yourself going through it, or maybe you're one of those persons that just doesn't eat eggs that much, but you'd like to always have some on hand.
Exactly.
Right, just in case. You're gonna be good to go. All right, we've got something new. I've actually never seen this kit before, but everybody's been talking about it. This is called our 5-day survival backpack for one person. Everything that you would need in an emergency, if you are by yourself or you get stuck somewhere, everything that you would need, whether you need some medical help or whether you're just looking for something to do or whether you need something to eat, it's all there.
At this price point, you are getting the most comprehensive thing I have ever seen. I call this how mom stops worrying about kids and spouses and anybody that is heading out for an adventure. So starting with, this is a new color for a survival backpack. You get the backpack. If you've ever shopped for backpacks with multi-pockets and padding and great straps and security, you know that they cost 50 bucks all by themselves.
Just for the backpack.
Easily, just for the backpack. But this backpack is coming filled with everything you see here. So let's take a second and walk through it. Okay. For starters, you are getting the Wise emergency food. You are getting 3 different full-sized entrees so that you would be able to eat without, I'm sorry, I see that we've got 5 different entrees here. But remember, each one of these divides into 4 servings. So that's where you are getting the 5 days worth of food. Now, something a little different, because we were talking about the need to always have water to make the food. You are getting some water as well. Now, this won't be enough water for 5 days, but in an emergency, you are getting the purified drinking water as part of this backpack setup. But now you are getting a whole bunch of other things that was really carefully thought out by Wise. For starters, you're getting clean wipes. You're getting a first aid kit. You're getting a mask, so important with dust and fire and things that we know we may encounter when we are out and about in the wild. You are getting a Wise collapsible camp stove, which I absolutely love, and the ability to boil some water. So whether you use this water for drinking, whether you use this water for cooking, there's a vessel where you can cook, you can boil water, you can do whatever you need. You are getting Wise tablets as well. These are fuel tablets so that these will run the Wise stove. You are getting an insulated blanket and poncho. The orange is the poncho because, hey, we all know when rain's fires up and you get wet, you're miserable. So right there in your backpack. You are also getting a flashlight that works on a crank. I don't need a battery to make that light. I have to crank a little bit. You see that?
That's so smart.
Yeah, so I get light, no battery. That just takes care of it.
Great.
All these little things. And okay, some odds and ends, some Kleenex, you can tell a mom packed this, some playing cards. Here's some important things. A whistle, which is also a compass, which is also a flint, which is also watertight storage. So all these little odds and ends.
Again, all this stuff.
Go to a camping store.
The fuel tablets?
The fuel tablets. Go to a camping store and put this together piece by piece by piece. It gets very expensive very quickly. Here's another really important one, an insulated blanket. But feel how lightweight it is.
Yeah.
And it folds up right into
Keeps
here.
The heat in.
This will keep the heat in. This will keep you dry if you need to sit on the ground for an extended period of time. This all goes into the what ifs, but it also goes into the, hey Dad, I'm taking off backpacking for a week before I go to college. Don't worry, we'll be fine. This is the first thing you want to gift.
I'm a big time hiker, and I remember hiking Mount Humphreys, which is about 13,000 feet. In northern Arizona, and there's a bunch of this stuff I wish I had had. I wish I had had these little water drinking packets because the water that I had ran out relatively quickly, and at least I would have some backup.
And at least you knew it was safe.
But if you get stuck overnight, to have the little fuel gel tabs here, or to be able to even have a thing of cards or things to keep things dry, having the flashlight, all this stuff.
You put your matches in here, keep them dry.
You never know when you're gonna need it.
You never know. And so this is the whole big, you never know. You know, everything that you need for 5 days. Maybe maybe you get one for every member of your family, and this is what we have done, and we keep them in the garage.
Sure.
The food stays safe for up to 25 years in a cool, dry place, so we keep the food somewhere separate. But if we ever needed to evacuate, if we ever need anything, everybody's got what they need right here. Name on the bag, different options. The black bag offering is new. Customers asked, and I thought this was very interesting, for the black bag, because maybe you don't want it to be conspicuous that it is your survival kit and that you just, you know, want to keep a lower profile. Whatever it is, your choice of color, the black is a new one.
Yeah. And this is a customer pick as well. You guys love this. Well, it's another great thing. Maybe you can't afford the full out set, but you're like, at least I know I've got something that I can go to if something happens bad, and maybe that's all you can afford. It's $64, and that includes the backpack, which is a great deal.
Yep.
Hey, by the way, I want to remind you, also available